We, a couple years ago, we started honoring, we call it the Mary Lynda and Dan Pitts Extra Mile Award. We honor sort of a community service award that's sports, athletic related. And this year we got 2 recipients of that award. And we're going to kind of, since we got 2, I want to make sure this flows right and we give them their due. I'm going to ask, it's Pop Mays and Wayne Pippin are the 2 recipients. But I'd like to ask Pop Mays to come up, and Kip Burdett and Brandon Ogletree are going to come up and say a word about them. Come on up. Pop.
Good evening, everyone. It gives me pleasure to say a few words about a man that stands in small stature, but big at heart. He has a great love for the game of football, and I had the opportunity to play on his Little League football team. A few attributes that stick out to me about Coach Pop: he was consistent and he genuinely cared about his kids. The Oilers was a family, and our motto was, once an Oiler, always an Oiler. Coaching is unlocking a person's potential to maximize their growth. Coach Pop did that. He took coaching very serious. He was a great father figure for many. His goals was to get us ready to be a Bulldog. He has never forgotten his players. He has never forgotten his players. He followed us throughout our entire football career and also in adulthood. Coach Pop, you're a great man with a great heart. We appreciate the time, talent, support, and the service you have given to this community. Thank you.
Like I said, I'm Kip Burdett. Brandon and I played for Coach Pop for the 10, 11, and 12-year-old Oilers in the mid-90s. So it's a pleasure and an honor to stand up here in front of with Brandon and Coach Pop and with this honor that he's about to receive tonight. One of the most important things that any community can have is someone that's willing to sacrifice their time for the betterment of the youth. My granddaddy told me a long time ago that one of the reasons that football and Forsyth was so strong because our feeder programs had so many good men and good coaches that cared more about developing young men than they did about winning games, and that that was one of the reasons everything stayed so strong for so many years. Well, one of the things I thought was so special about being an Oiler was that, number one, you got a shiny gold helmet. That was kind of unique to that league. So we set ourselves apart. And then once you played for Coach Pop, you were one of Coach Pop's boys. Like Brandon said, once an Oiler, always an Oiler. It didn't matter if you played in 1985 or 2005. Coach Pop has continued to keep up with me and all of his boys throughout my college and coaching career. 2 things that Coach Pop always emphasized, and he still tells me, calls me on the phone and sees when I was at Mary Persons, come see me at practice, and I'm gonna quote him, is about the discipline and fundamentals. So that's something that stuck with me and something that I try to keep close to me in my coaching career. So we appreciate Coach Pop's sacrifice and all the years that he spent giving his time to the young men of Forsyth and Monroe County. Coach Pop's well deserved. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. I just want to say a few words. I could stand up here and talk all day, but it always a beginning. I got my start with football in 1960, being the Hubble High Tiger manager, 1960. This 2023. So it's been a long struggle, but it's not about Coach Pop, it's about community, it's about Monroe County Society. I want to thank my family. I want to thank my 67 classmate. I want to thank Mr. Hubble Gant for thinking about this. Like I said, not about Coach Pop, it's about Forsyth, Monroe County. And I always believe we need to start it down here. Start at home, and God will bless. And I always put God in your life, and I always tell my kids, pray first, aim high, and stay focused, and God will bless you. Thank you.
That was great, thank you. Congratulations, Pop. Both, our second award winner is in this category is Wayne Pippin. Both these guys had a long resume. They coached a lot of guys that went on and did things not only in sports but in other areas, and that's great. So thanks, Pop. Our second recipient of the Mary Lynda and Dan Pitts Extra Mile Award, and I think Ricky Niblett's going to come up here and say a few words, and I'll ask Mr. Wayne Pippin to come up.
In the early 1970s, 70, 71, Monroe County had a Little League baseball program that included one field and 4 teams. The Dodgers, the Astros, the Braves, and then there were the Cardinals. My daddy started coaching in that year, and Wayne followed shortly behind him to help him. And for decades, Cardinals won many championships, and there was, I don't know whether this is politically correct to say or not in this day and time, but if you played on that baseball team with these men, you earned it. There wasn't any, just because you're on the team you're going to play deal. It was you were going to earn every time you were on the field. I can just imagine from the decades that Wayne has coached the Little League program and the many kids that have come back to thank him for what he done for them and so on and so forth. This county is very blessed. That era that I was talking about, the Monroe County JC's done everything. And there was a small group of kids that got their start there in all the Little League programs, and it was guys like Wayne Evans and Pop Mays and others that made sure us kids got what we needed to be successful as we got into junior, high school, college, and in whatever other career we chose to be in. I want to thank Wayne for what he's done for this community, and this is just a small token of the county's appreciation for what he's done.
Say a word or two, sir.
Mr. Governor. The biggest motto we had with the Cardinals, if you could chew chewing gum and walk, you could play for us. That's what it boiled down to. Thanks, everybody.